really put a lot of emphasis on that, and you know, blowing off steam, going out for drinks after a hard day at work. You know, doing, we used to get tickets for people to go to shows together. There might be an instructor in a show, so we would make it a whole group event. Again, great ways to support each other. So I think that's a really important point, taking it into the social world and getting to know people on a more personal level is huge.
Yeah, and I think what you're seeing today, you've mentioned recognition a number of times. One of the big things is that you've seen a lot of technology being added into the business space to actually have the responsibility of culture. We're working with a huge organization right now. They put a technology platform in for recognition. These platforms are all over the place. What happened and what was an outcome of that is that all of a sudden the manager says, oh, recognition is just about ticking boxes, putting thank you onto a platform and shooting it, basically an automated email. What was even worse was that the organization then made it mandatory. Every manager had to do 4 thank yous a month on this platform. So what and again, they tracked it like her. What was interesting is on the last 2 days of the month, you'd see all these managers rush into the system, put their thank yous in, and send them out. And within 3 months, you saw all the employees basically call BS on recognition, because all of a sudden there was, well, you had to do it. It was mandatory. Second of all, they just put thank yous in. They didn't make it tangible. They never said why they were thanking them. And let's face it, there's a large group of people out there, learners, kinesthetic people, that I call needs a bite of the cake. The way that they process information is by actually touching things, by doing things. You need to make that physically tangible. Even just saying thank you or writing something isn't enough for this group of people. So I think what we're seeing is that this whole idea of technology and responsibility starts to detract. And then you'll hear people say, well, millennials and our Gen Zs, they like text messaging. They want emails. They want the technology platforms to be how they recognize. And you can say, yeah, they like it because it's simple and easy, and yet every generation, including the young generation that's coming out right now, still puts the highest value on personal contact, interactions. And it was funny, we did the survey in this company, and the employees' response and reaction was to the new technology platform was, well, why do I have to go into the platform to say thank you when I can just walk over and give someone a pat on the back? And I think we can lose that at the end of the day, business is about people. And I think we lose that kind of feeling sometime, and then the tangible elements of just saying thank you or giving someone a high five, don't underestimate how powerful those are.
Absolutely. And you know, I've never had any business education, and I think it actually worked in my favor because I have always been a people person, and we looked for that when we hired people. We weren't looking at their resumes as much as we were feeling out their personalities and seeing how they relate to people. And a lot of people we hired were homegrown for us. You know, again, they didn't necessarily have business credentials, but they wanted to learn, and we were able to kind of mold them and convey to them the importance of relating to people.
Very cool. Great question, thank you.